The elegant transformation that elevated my style from ordinary to extraordinary. My journey from fashion victim to style icon. At 52, I had what I call my mirror moment. That pivotal instant when I realized my wardrobe was working against me. Not for me. Despite having a successful career and financial stability, my clothing choices were sending the wrong message entirely. I looked busy, not elegant. Trendy, not timeless. Expensive, but not rich. The transformation that followed wasn't about spending more money. It was about spending it more wisely. It wasn't about following every trend. It was about creating a signature style that whispered sophistication rather than shouted desperation. Today I'm sharing the 8 fashion mistakes I consciously abandoned and the elegant alternatives that transformed not just my appearance, but how the world perceives and treats me. This journey taught me that true wealth isn't about wearing the most expensive pieces. It's about curating a wardrobe that reflects confidence, sophistication, and timeless elegance. The woman I am today commands respect through her style choices, and I'm here to show you exactly how I achieved this transformation. Stopped logo-heavy designer pieces. Started quiet luxury. I used to believe that visible logos were status symbols. My handbags screamed designer names. My clothing displayed prominent brand marks. And I thought this communicated wealth and success. How wrong I was. What I was actually communicating was insecurity and a need for external validation. What I choose instead. Pieces with impeccable craftsmanship but subtle or no branding. A beautifully tailored cashmere coat without a single logo speaks volumes more than a jacket covered in designer initials. The truly wealthy know quality when they see it. They don't need labels to prove it. My most transformative purchase was a structured leather handbag in cognac brown. No logos, no flashy hardware, just exquisite leather and perfect proportions. The compliments I receive on this bag far exceed anything I ever got from my logo-heavy pieces. People ask where it's from because they're genuinely curious about the craftsmanship, not because they're trying to calculate its price tag. The shift in how people perceive me has been remarkable. Colleagues treat me with more respect, service staff are more attentive, and I feel authentically confident rather than performatively wealthy. True luxury whispers. It never shouts. What was your biggest realization about designer pieces after 50? Share your experience in the comments. 2. Stopped fast fashion trends. Started investment pieces. In my 40s, I was still chasing every trend that appeared on social media. My closet was filled with cheap, trendy pieces that looked good for a season but fell apart quickly. I was spending constantly but never felt well-dressed. The irony was that I was spending more on replacing cheap items than I would have on buying quality pieces once. What I choose instead: timeless, high-quality pieces that will look elegant for decades. A perfectly tailored blazer in navy wool, a silk blouse that drapes beautifully, a cashmere sweater that feels like a cloud. These are investments in my image and confidence. One of my best decisions was purchasing a classic trench coat in beige gabardine. It cost more than 3 of my previous coats combined. But 5 years later, it still looks impeccable. Every time I wear it, I feel like I'm channeling old Hollywood elegance. The quality is evident in every detail. The way it moves, the way it holds its shape, the way it makes me feel. The transformation in my confidence has been extraordinary. When you know you're wearing quality, you carry yourself differently. Your posture improves, your stride becomes more purposeful, and people notice. Investment pieces don't just elevate your wardrobe, they elevate your entire presence. Stopped overly tight clothing. Started perfect tailoring. For years, I believed that tight meant flattering. I squeezed into sizes too small, thinking this would make me look slimmer and younger. Instead, I looked uncomfortable and desperate. Tight clothing doesn't hide imperfections. It highlights them and creates new ones. What I choose instead? Clothes that fit my body perfectly, skimming rather than clinging. Proper tailoring creates a silhouette that's infinitely more flattering than anything tight ever could be. When clothes fit correctly, they create smooth lines and elegant proportions. My revelation came with a wrap dress in jersey silk. Instead of buying my usual size small, I chose a medium and had it tailored to fit perfectly. The result was magical. It hugged my curves in all the right places while flowing gracefully everywhere else. I received more compliments on that dress than on any tight outfit I'd ever worn. The lesson was profound. Our bodies deserve respect, not punishment. When we dress with kindness toward ourselves, it shows. We move with more grace. We breathe more easily. And we project confidence rather than insecurity. Subscribe for more tips on elegant style that celebrates your natural beauty. 4. Stopped. Flashy jewelry. Started. Elegant classics. My jewelry box used to look like a costume shop explosion. Chunky statement necklaces, oversized earrings, armfuls of bangles. I thought more was more. I was wrong. All that jewelry was competing for attention and creating visual chaos, rather than elegant sophistication. What I choose instead? Classic pieces that complement, rather than compete. A strand of pearls, elegant gold hoops, a delicate tennis bracelet. Pieces that enhance my natural beauty rather than overshadowing it. Quality over quantity, always. My most treasured piece is now a simple gold chain with a small pendant that belonged to my grandmother. It's understated meaningful and goes with everything. When people compliment it, they're really complimenting my taste and the story it represents, not just the jewelry itself. The transformation has been remarkable. Instead of looking like I'm trying too hard, I now look effortlessly put together. The key is choosing pieces that feel like extensions of yourself rather than costumes you're wearing. Stopped. Bright neon colors. Started. Sophisticated palette. Hot pink. Electric blue, lime green. My wardrobe was a rainbow of attention-seeking colors. I thought bright colors made me look young and energetic. Instead, they made me look like I was trying too hard and competing with my own natural radiance. What I choose, instead, a sophisticated color palette that complements my skin tone and creates harmony in my wardrobe. Navy, camel, cream, soft pink, sage green, colors that make my skin glow and my eyes sparkle. These colors work together seamlessly, making getting dressed effortless. One of my favorite combinations is a camel cashmere sweater with navy trousers and cream accessories. It's a palette that whispers elegance and sophistication. People often comment on how put together I look, not realizing it's simply the power of a cohesive color story. The beauty of a refined palette is that everything coordinates. I can pack lighter for trips, get dressed faster in the morning, and always look intentional rather than haphazard. Sophistication is about harmony, not volume. Which piece in your wardrobe makes you feel most confident? I'd love to hear your story. 6. Stopped. Overly trendy shoes. Started. Classic elegance. Platform sneakers, chunky heels, shoes with excessive embellishments. I was a victim of every shoe trend that promised to make me look younger or more fashionable. These shoes often looked cheap, were uncomfortable, and dated my outfits rather than elevating them. What I choose instead? Classic shoe styles and quality materials, a pointed toe pump in nude leather, elegant loafers in black patent, ankle boots in supple suede, shoes that are timeless, comfortable, and elevate every outfit they touch. My best investment was a pair of Italian leather pumps with a modest heel. They're comfortable enough for all-day wear, yet elegant enough for evening events. The quality is evident in every step. They've maintained their shape and beauty for 3 years of regular wear. Quality shoes don't just complete an outfit, they transform it. When your foundation is solid and elegant, everything else falls into place. Plus, comfortable shoes change how you move through the world. Confidence starts from the ground up. Wound. Stopped. Excessive patterns. Started. Sophisticated prints. Leopard print. Bold florals. Geometric chaos. I used to think patterns made outfits more interesting. Instead, they made me look busy and overwhelming. Too many competing patterns create visual noise rather than elegant interest. What I choose instead? Subtle, sophisticated patterns that add interest without overwhelming. A delicate stripe, a small polka dot, a refined floral in muted tones. Patterns that enhance rather than dominate. When I do wear patterns, I let them be the star and keep everything else simple. My favorite piece is a silk blouse with a subtle paisley print in navy and cream. It's interesting enough to elevate a simple outfit, but sophisticated enough to work in professional settings. The pattern adds personality without screaming for attention. The key is choosing patterns that feel timeless rather than trendy. Classic patterns have staying power because they're based on principles of good design rather than momentary fashion whims. Don't miss our upcoming style tips that will transform your wardrobe. Subscribe now. 8. Stopped. Cheap accessories. Started. Quality investments. Plastic jewelry. Synthetic handbags. Poorly made scarves. I used to fill my accessory drawer with cheap pieces that looked good initially, but quickly showed their true quality. These accessories were actually cheapening my entire look, no matter how expensive my clothes were. What I choose instead? Fewer, better accessories that elevate every outfit. A silk scarf, a leather belt that will last decades, a watch that's both functional and beautiful. Accessories that add value rather than detract from my overall appearance. My silk scarves have become my signature, whether worn around my neck, tied to a handbag, or used as a hair accessory. They instantly add sophistication to any outfit. The quality is evident in how they drape, how they feel, and how they maintain their beauty, wash after wash. Quality accessories are like the punctuation marks of style. They complete the sentence and add meaning to everything else. When you invest in beautiful accessories, you're investing in the power to transform simple outfits into sophisticated statements. Conclusion: the power of intentional elegance. This transformation taught me that true style isn't about following rules. It's about making intentional choices that reflect who you are and who you want to be. At 50 plus, we have the wisdom to distinguish between what's trendy and what's timeless, between what's expensive and what's valuable. The woman I am today dresses with purpose and confidence. Every piece in my wardrobe earns its place by making me feel elegant, sophisticated, and authentically myself. I no longer dress to impress others. I dress to honor the remarkable woman I've become. The most beautiful transformation wasn't in my closet. It was in my confidence. When you dress with respect for yourself and intentionality in your choices, the world responds differently. Doors open, opportunities arise, and respect flows naturally. Remember, you're not getting older, you're getting better. And that evolution deserves to be celebrated with style choices that reflect your magnificence. How would you like to evolve your personal style? Share your transformation dreams. Together, we're stronger and more elegant. Join our community of elegant and confident women. Subscribe for more inspiration that celebrates beauty at every stage of life. Elegance is an attitude that dresses well at any age. At 50 plus, we finally have the wisdom to wear it with mastery.
Wait, don't leave yet. If you got this far, it's because you really care about your image. And the truth is, this is just the beginning. Here on the screen, I am leaving you other videos that will show you step by step how to dress up, confidence, style, and elegance. and thus earn the respect you have always sought. Click on any of them right now and keep growing. Your transformation starts with the details, and it continues in the next video. See you there.